Good afternoon on a bank holiday Monday. You can probably hear the rain, but I'm going to work through it because it's been raining all day and I was trying to wait for it to be a bit quieter, but I thought it's not going to happen. And this is pre-recorded, obviously it's not live because I know some people start saying hi and I'm like, I'm not live. I've actually found my top that I painted. I stitched this on a few years ago when I was doing some art stuff, and like I said, because I'm going to be doing more art stuff, I don't know if you can see it. Hang on a minute. I've got a cardigan on. It's cold in here today. It's a lady, and down here, if I can get it here. Let me have a look. Here, it's got a heart on it. It says "Follow your art." This was for doing an arting program, so maybe I could wear this every time I'm doing art. And it's just a little vest top that I put this little painted lady on when I've done my painted faces. So follow your art. Then you'll probably know, it's Dolly when she's doing her art, not when she's chatting about different stuff. So we'll ignore the rain for a little bit because it's about drawing anyway, so you don't really have to hear me. But I'm just going to pull a card out of the attractor deck, and then I'm going to show you the mandalas I was doing last night in bed. I think I did about 3 or 4. I'm going to show you them, go through a few things, read something out, and then just do a mandala quickly, just to show you the sort of basics, and then we'll go on from there with different things, like I said, when I'm doing a bit of an arty chat. So I'm just going to pull a card out of the super attractor. You know, we're all attracting good things in our lives at the minute. I know there's something massive coming in my life. I don't have to talk about that on here because not everything in my life is for everybody on here. But we all know we're all having different things going on. Shifts can be all sorts of different shifts. You know, I've had people getting in contact with me with stuff they're doing. I've got a tattoo artist that's been moving about and doing stuff, and a few people have said other stuff have shifted within them, whether it's within them or outside them. It's all the same thing because it all sort of happens together, and that's beautiful. So yeah, as we go forward with this new cycle and new energy. So the cards that I've just got, I've got a 3, I thought I had 2. The cards that I've just got in are: believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the result. The universe is always, just show you the picture. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me and lead me compassionately towards the highest good. Yep, and that was that one. And then this lovely star is: I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Put that frequency out, you get that frequency back. So we've got that, and then at the end, if I remember, I'm going to pull one out of the ask and it shall be given. So I'll try and remember that's there because this hasn't got a live chat for anyone to remind me. But I'm just going to do the Light Seers Tarot and see what energy we're all looking today. So I've had to mention a few things and say a few things today because I just felt like it. Don't normally, but I had to. Finn's been painting in here. He's got a picture of a dog down there and rainbows and stuff. Right, these are not ready yet because they were what I got the other day, so I know they're not mixed up properly enough. So I'll just do a bit of a shuffle. You can actually grab hold of these cards today. I don't know. But yeah, I got really excited about something last night, and I've got excited about something that's just come this morning. But that's for another day, another chat, another art chat, I should say. Right. So what energies are coming up this week, moving forward? Yes. I mean, I do this. A lot of people are saying they're doing it. I hope they're doing it, and a lot of people will be doing it. 8 of Cups. Emotions. We're walking away from the shit we don't need in our lives. We're walking away to sunnier days. There's the sun there. She's walking towards it. We're not interested in all the crap. We're interested in what brings us joy and happiness. sunshine, you know, the sun, and that's what we're walking towards, you know, on our path. We're keeping our head up, we're walking towards the light, and we're just going to carry on that path. No matter what comes at us, we're still fixated on the light, and that's where we're walking away from all the things that do not serve us, you know, in a kind or loving way, and we're moving away from that because it's not needed anymore. We're not in that energy anymore. It's one of the biggest messages I've put out for quite a long time, you know, and that's going to stop as well. Of just moving forward in what I love to do and showing it and doing it. So anyway, so the other day I said Mandala Monday, so I thought I'll do some mandalas with Zentangle, and you could call it a mandala Zentangle, and I realised that the books I was showing you the other day, that one did actually say a Zendala, which is a mandala and Zentangle artwork, and we'll just go through a couple of these today, and it just means putting Zentangle doodles into your mandalas, but you can do them however you want anyway. But I'm just wondering, like I said, Zen doodle is all the little doodles you put in different sections, all little repeated patterns. But then, because a mandala is a repeated pattern of the big drawings and shapes that you do, but you can actually do the Zentangle in your mandalas, if anyone gets that. So anyway, I'll put that one. No, I will. Yeah, I'm going to read something out for people who don't know what a mandala is in a minute. So I think we'll get that out of the way. Then I'll show you the drawings I did last night. And I'm just going to get out my sexy pencil case. Pens that I may need will be probably a Sharpie. I don't need a gel pen. My compass I got the other day because my other one was absolutely rubbish. It was a plastic one and didn't work. My magic purple pencil, as I call it. And my waterproof ink pen, which I just need to get some more. I need to get some different variation of liners, fine liners, which I'm going to get. Are they waterproof as well? I think they are. I just know this one is waterproof, so that's good, because if you're painting over it, or it's not going to smudge anyway when you're drawing on it, so that's good. So with that, I'm going to read out of this book a minute before I show you the mandalas, just in case anyone doesn't know out there. So I will put the camera on the other so you can see the pictures a minute, and just transition over here. So got mandalas there, and you may have seen this one. A lot of people have seen this one in different texts, religious or ritual purposes. You will see this a lot, so I'm just going to keep it there while I read the history and meaning of the mandala. I would say mandala, just for people who may not know, who are coming across the channel and may not know. Our fascination with mandalas is centuries old. The word mandala originates from ancient India, Sanskrit, and means holy circle or origin. I always say sacred circle as well, because you'll see a lot of circles all over the world, but I'm not getting into that now. Just going to read this basic bit out for a bit of, you know, point of where it originates from. The basic mandala consists of a circle of center points, with everything else arranged concentrically around it. The circle, as the original form, has a vast collective power, and the mandala is a symbol of divine order, the cosmos, and life, because, you know, you've got circles, I could say orbs as well. You've got you look all around the world and there's a lot of symbology in the circles. Also, if you think about your atoms and all that sort of stuff, circular and sacred geometry, it goes into all of that anyway. So, you know, in many cultures and traditions, the mandala fulfilled religious or ritualistic purposes and played an extremely important role in design, language, and primitive cave drawings featuring circles and spirals. This is why I love art, and I talk about it all the time, because I'm a visual learner, and art to me is just a visual language. It's a visual language. And many circles can be seen in all sorts of visual language in all sorts of different religious texts, not just India, but spirals can be found on every continent. One of the oldest mandalas in the sun wheel, which is found in almost every prehistoric culture, and which, as the sign of the eternal circle of life, which it is, no beginning and no end, draws strength and energy from the sun. The Native Americans of North America made mandalas from coloured sand, crushed petals and coloured earth for use in traditional healing rituals. In many instances, mandalas were or are a way of focusing on the divine and becoming closer to it. Many cultures create their places of worship in the shape of a holy circle. Just think of Stonehenge in the south of England. Many different places. You go, witchy-woos did protecting in a circle. Lots of people do it, you know, that sort of thing in a circle. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's the power of the circle. The Celts have also left us many highly artistic mandalas, jewellery such as brooches and belt buckles, dishes such as plates and bowls, and even weapons have been lavishly decorated with mysterious bands and knots and patterns, so it's everywhere. It's not just in one culture. Once you start thinking about those holy circles, you will see them everywhere as the typical decorations on buildings in the Middle East, in the round dances performed by African people, in the dream catchers of Native Americans, and even as rose windows in our churches and cathedrals. The original forms of the circle and concentric patterns have always fascinated us, and they lend the mandalas as deeply moving symbols. Even though the mandalas, I'm probably saying that wrong again, of different cultures are based on entirely different attitudes to life, they have what they all have in common is that they are constructed around a central point. Yeah, which we also are too. An aid to contemplation, mandalas have many centuries of tradition in Buddhism, Hinduism in particular. The extremely complex layering and drawing of mandalas is carried out according to the very strict rules and is used by Buddhist monks as an aid to meditation and concentration, even though there's more modern ones now. It's a form of, this is why it's called Zentangle as well, this is going to go into it, form of meditation, as I've always said before, and it helps heal. The journey is the destination. After spending days layering the mandalas in coloured sand, the components are swept up and thrown into a river, thus returning into the natural cycle of coming and going. The primordial pattern, consisting of an inner core and a surrounding area, has a universal and omnipresent meaning because we also see in nature our own surroundings. For instance, in a flower, the structure of a cell, a snowflake, a sliced orange, a whirlwind, in birds' nests, in wheels and cakes, in circle games and dances. Today, mandalas help people to relax and find their centre. In this hectic times of stress and overstimulation, of when we start to feel overwhelmed by our worries and problems, drawing mandalas can help us to find peace, contentment and clarity. And this is why I draw anyway, not just in these sort of drawings, just doodling and drawing an art, full stop. You just got to find your zingy zing. What is a Zendala? The name Zendala is a combination of the two terms Zen Doodle and Mandala, as I have already mentioned. The mandala is primordial pattern in a harmonious arrangement and concentric construction that helps to restore peace and order and gives us new energy. The Zen in the Zen Doodle is also a reference to the meditative aspect of our spirit, and the thoughts find peace. We find our centre and focus to flow our thoughts. Thus the Zen Doodle is a relaxed form of doodling, simple, I said this the other day, repetitive patterns that is fun and soothes the spirit. So a Zendala is a mandala filled with Zen Doodle patterns, and this is why I've always said, to me it's a form of meditation when I'm doodling. It doesn't have to be a mandala, just art and doodling full stop. Is you get into the flow and you're focusing on something, you're not focusing out there, you're focusing on your centre point within you. So yeah, just wanted to read that out. So this just shows you, you know, how you can start off. But basically it's a circle, and you can have rings, and then you put in different patterns all around them rings. So I have got a better way of showing you, and I might have to do this on a better day when it's not raining and hopefully you can hear me. So last night I did, well, I was in bed, because you can do it anywhere, you know, you've got a bit of paper, and sometimes it's nice to have like a folder like this. I really like this because it's see-through, and you can put, you know, it's got the wallets inside, you can put your you know, drawings in. So I think I've got a few, so I think I'm going to keep one to my mandalas and Zentangle sort of thing. So this one I did last night in bed, just came up with it. I absolutely love this one. But you see where you start off in the middle, flower, you expand out and expand out. This one was drawn freehand with no circles, no rings, which I'll show you in a minute. It was just, you build in flower and you build out and you build out and you build out and you build out. Then you can colour it in. This one I did with rings. I know you can't see it, but I did draw this circle, then there's a circle here, then there's a circle here. The lines are done in a purple pencil, you do it in a pencil, and then here, and you just fill these sections in from out from the middle, going out, or whatever way around you want to do it. So there was that one. Then there was this one, I just put a face in the middle of it, so in the centre, and then moving out, working out, working out. I don't think this one, I'm trying to look, I think I just worked this one outwards. I didn't use the ringing system. And then did I have another one? Yeah, and I had another really weird one, which was not, it ended up like this, and it just moved out with all these weird shapes, and then I ended up putting all this around it. It's very, very therapeutic. So I'm going to have a go freehand in front of you, not the ringed way. I may do that next time. But the Zentangle is, you can either work how I'm going to work in a minute, or we will go through this Zentangle book again. You can just make up the patterns. Wait a minute, hang on a minute. You know when you tell someone not to come and disturb you just for half an hour and they never listen? Right, all about silly things. So, you know, you can have certain patterns and you can work these into your pattern making. But I'll go into that another time because I don't want to be on here too long tonight. I was going to do it, but I've got other bits to do. I just wanted to come and show you how you can start off with your first freeform mandala, let's call it. So I'm just going to grab a piece of paper. It's in here anyway. You know, you can do this in bed instead. Switch your phones off at night, get in bed with a pencil, couple of pens, and just get doodling. Maybe have a bit of music on in the background, maybe just get lost in it. So I'm just going to try and get this into focus a little bit more. So this weather's terrible today. And if it's a bit distracting, I'm sorry, but you know, I'll come on another time to do some pattern making next time. Without the rain, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is, you're not going to see this till I ink it up, or yeah, so I'm going to start off with a little circle in the middle, which is here, and it's not in the center at all, it's off, but it doesn't matter. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, this isn't hard, you're just going to do, you know, maybe 4 petal shapes, and it doesn't matter if one's bigger than the other because it sort of ekes itself out as the picture gets bigger, and nothing's perfect anyway. Even in nature you get different petals, different sizes on the other side, a little bit of a different shape, so none of that matters. You're not doing this of, oh my god, it's not perfect, or this this pattern's a little bit bigger than that pattern, because you'll get that sometimes. It doesn't matter. Like, let me see if I can find something. It's just about you getting lost in the zone. So for instance, on this one, that's a bit wider than this one. Those eyes are probably a little bit different. This bit's more, a little bit different to that one, and that's how it is. But when it's all together, you don't really see that. So don't get caught up in that everything has to be perfect. You're just doing it because you enjoy it. You're getting lost in that, you know, switching off at night and doing some doodles. So when this becomes a bit, when I ink it up, you'll see it. Oh my god, this rain. Anyway, carry on regardless. So, and then I'm sort of doing a leaf shape, you could say, a petal shape, leaf shape. I'm going to build it out, and then we've got one here and one here. You can see, like I said, we'll wait till I ink it up and you'll see it clearly. And then we're going to come out this side and do the same thing. There's no right and wrong way. Like that. We've got this pattern going on. Just like that. And then we've got like a bit of a half a circle there, half a circle there, half a circle there, half a circle there, sort of thing. And then I'm going to get the ideas off which one I did this one. I don't know. I'm going to, yeah, do another big half a circle here, a big half a circle here, one here, and one here, and then some little ones here. I'm not going to do a massive one, I'm just going to do a small one. I might leave it at that for now for you guys. Or should I add something else? Yeah, I'm going to go here again. And just go around a little point and back round. And you'll get better as you go. And I may add some little ones here, and that one there, here, 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 here. You may find this harder or this easier. You may find, and I will show you after this one, the ring effect. I don't know if I'll draw it, but I'll show you. Right, so now getting my, I might do this in a Sharpie just so you can see. So we've got the circle here, and then we've got your little flower shape here. Like I said, doesn't matter if one side's bigger than the other. And then we've got this sort of leaf shape, petal shape going on like that. And then, like I said, it doesn't matter if one side is skew width. And then we've got these little half circles here, and these big ones. All about enjoying the process. Just repeating the same sort of pattern. And then we've got these little ones here, and these little ones here. What I will start doing as we go on, doing a bit of art, like I said, you can email me, and if anyone wants to show that art, I will start showing it within the next week or so. Or maybe we've gathered some people's artwork if they want to. If that doesn't happen, that's fine. It would be nice to see if anyone wants to join in, and you could email me your mandalas or whatever it is we're doing at the time, and I can show people. So that's bog standard. This probably needs to be a bit bigger down here, but I'm just showing the overall effect. And you could actually, I could put this in a circle. So if I get my compass, put my pencil in. What is going on with this? It's not the best compasses, but straighten this out a minute. Is that right? Yeah. So find in the middle, and I might just put this whole big flower in the circle like that. You've got this bit round here, which I will show you now, even though you don't have to do that, but I just felt like doing it at the end, so I'm going to go with it. Normally you'd probably fit that in the circle anyway. Like I said, it's not in the middle of my page, but it's okay. So we've got that going on. There you go. So you've got that, and then you could fill these bits in. You could, we might get to that in a bit. So what you're going to do now is you're going to fill these in. Not necessarily doing the Zentangle at the minute, but you may just want to put some line work in and different things that makes it pop more. So the flowers in the middle, you could just repeat the pattern 3 times or 2 times inside like that. You could have some dots in the middle, so it looks like that. I'm just going to come down a little bit lower, a little bit more across, so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then maybe this one, I love just doing this, following the outside like this, and maybe down in the middle, down in the middle. Sometimes I put 3 on like that, and then you do the same for this side and this side. That's why it's good to have a different variety of thick and thin pens, because you can do more fine work lines in the inside of the thicker lines that you've done, and you can get pens online that are different varieties of widths, which I have ordered, so I'll show you them when they come. So I've only got this one at the minute, even though I love this pen, but it doesn't come in different widths for different, you know, tiny little areas and things. And then maybe these bits, maybe you want to go sort of like a rainbow, like, I don't know what else you'd call it. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So just try and match it up like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Always try and connect your lines and there's no gaps in them. 3, 4. So we've got that going on. So it looks like that. Or you could put more lines in here if you wanted to. I'm just thinking, I think I'd like more in. So you can always add like that. So you've got this going on now. Now, this one, I'm thinking I'm going to go up in the middle, like a thin skinny arch, and then another thin skinny arch, up, down, up, down, up, down, a bit like a fan effect, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you go right in the corners. We'll do that again. So you go up and round and down, up and round and down, up and round and down. You go all the way into the corner. So it looks like that. It's a good effect. Turn it. And if you have, I lean on a book in bed sometimes and I just turn the book round on my knee. So we're going to do that again. We're just going to repeat. It's just about repeating them patterns. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. You won't really see it properly when it's all done. This is why obviously this isn't in my zone because I'm still talking, but if I was doing this, you know, not talking to you guys, I'd just be, I am in flow, but I'd be in proper flow. So we've got this so far. Now these little shapes, so you just fill in the shapes in. I think I'm going to do some dots, just random little polka dots like that. I think they look quite nice. Don't have to be placed in the same exact placing. I've just realised I've done it on the wrong one, so I'll have to change all that up. I was meant to go in here, in here, in here, so I'll just have to, all I've got to do is, actually no, I'll turn this one to, you can colour bits in full on black as well, just block them out, so these bits can be blocked out, because you're getting the white and the black contrast as well. So we'll have these bits all in black. And yin and the yang. And we've got that there. And this bit. It's looking pretty cute. We've got this bit and this bit. You know, you can leave them black and white, or then after you've done them you can colour them in. So have we got this one here? Yeah, and this one here as well. So check your picture, make sure you've got all the right bits. So that we've got this going on at the minute. So this is a pretty easy one. I think this one I'm just going to do little lines all the way around. And see how different it looks now compared to when it had nothing filled in. This one, you know, and you can just take your time doing these. Obviously I'm doing it quicker because I've got to go and do some stuff, and I just wanted to come and bring a video, so I won't be on later. I've pre-recorded this. There we go, and then we've got these two left, and maybe the outside, so I'm going to do a triangle down and then a triangle in that triangle, and then a line at either side. So that was a triangle down, triangle in there, triangle at either side. Oh, this rain. A triangle down, triangle inside, and a line at either side. Triangle down, triangle in the middle, and a line at either side, and that's it. Apart from something needs, personally I think something needs to go on the outside, which I don't know. I think I'm just going to put a thin line with nothing in it over these two, to the black, 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 a bit like that. Then maybe the mini ones in again there, just to fill it out a little bit. You could colour these in black, I don't know, like that. And that is how it's turned out. You could paint this, you could colour it in, especially if you're using markers and things that don't smudge when you're using certain things with them. You could, you know, fill these bits in. There's so much more you could do. You could even, you might go in and think, I want circles around the dots. There's another pattern. You could do that. You could just keep going, and it will look like that. You could have just the lines going down here, And the more you get used to it, the more patterns you'll make up. You'll probably have favourite little doodles that you want to do. But that was a free form sort of mandala with no ring effects. I think next time I do one, I'm not going to do it today, I will do the whole small ring and a ring and ring, and then filling them patterns in. But that was just built out from the middle flower going out, and then it looks like that, and I think that looks pretty nice. You know, it's just a quick doodle, but you can take your time. Also, what I've been up to this bank holiday weekend is I've been in my little watercolouring book, so I'll just show you. I did that a bit ago. This is still working on. This was just all colours put together, and I'm just drawing, because of the little shapes where I've shown this before with drawings, I'm just doodling little funny things in it, in the shapes. Did this lady a bit ago. I love this one. I really want to do something with this one. I've got a long canvas about that long that I may sort of do this picture on. It's called Growth because it's like just growing. It goes up here with all this, like, I love this picture. This, I don't know what was going on there. I did this yesterday. I also did this, which I absolutely adore. I did this painting. Don't know if you can see it. Probably can't see the sparkle on it because it's got gold in it. But I did that painting yesterday, and I did this yesterday as well. But I just felt tipped it in black, even though I should have probably painted it. But I just wanted to see what it looked like with black behind it. And this is just like my little watercolour notebook that I just mess around in. And have some goes of different bits and bobs in it. So that's where I've got with this art journal so far, of my little watercolour journal. But I think also I will be doing another journaling thing of putting a journal book together out of recycled stuff. I've wanted to do that before, so I think I'm definitely going to come and bring that you can make at home, and some other bits and bobs that you can do that are not too dear, and you can make backgrounds and things for your paintings, your mandalas, whatever, because you can you know, have some backgrounds and then do your doodles of your mandalas over the backgrounds. There's so many things we can do, and like I said, I love art because it's therapeutic, it's calming, it centers yourself, it grounds you. So like I said, I found my little arting t-shirt now made a few years ago actually, and I said I'll be bringing more art as part of this channel as well, because, you know, as well as everything else I do. But maybe if I try and wear this t-shirt, you'll definitely know it's an art chat compared to all the other chats that I have. So I remembered, let's do ask and it is given cards. But yes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get an art file together and put ideas down that I want to bring you guys to help you with your mindsets and keeping yourself calm in these times, because we know there's a lot of other stuff coming, bigger pictures coming to the world, and we need to keep calm while we're going through this process. You know, there's things in my life that I'm bringing in, there's big events coming in my life that I've got to work towards and do and get together, and it does seem scary, but we've got to face the fears. I know that. People around me as well, and friends and family are all going through same sort of similar things, but different things, but we're all going through catalysts and changes, but they're going to be good changes, you know, even though we're like, oh, I don't know what it'll end up like, but it's just the knowing it's going to be good, and you've got to trust and believe in yourself. So yeah, right, this one's just flipped over. So it says, I learned to pay attention to my feelings, and it says, I don't know, can you see that? Your emotions are absolute indications of your current point of attraction. They help you know in any moment whether or not you are currently allowing the fulfillment of your desire. It is our encouragement that you pay attention to how you feel and allow your emotions to be the valuable indications they are. And that's why I always say, focus on yourself, not others, your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, but hone them in and don't let them fly off the handle. And put it towards something good in your life that also can inspire and help others. So I'm going to go, or I'm looking at my deck, so I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling drawn to the angel energy. I was looking at energy last night in bed, and oh my god, it was It was, I can't even explain, it was very, very energetic, but also a lot of wispy stuff going on. Don't know what that means, but anyway, that's what I saw. Seemed excited, but I got a bit excited last night anyway of something that I was doing, and I was like, oh my god, I think I found something again for myself that's gonna help me with a lot of other bits and bobs in my life. You know, we're trying to find ourselves in the world and what we really love doing and what our niche, our thing is, and it was just one of them things again that just turned over. So cut the cords, very relevant. I had the post up the other day with Camilla cutting the space cords, which was hilarious, with El Trumpo. That was hilarious. Cutting the cords of people need to cut the cords. They need to cut the cords of where they're focusing. They need to cut the cords of the old behaviour. We're all doing this, by the way, me as well. Old behaviours, old programming, we know this is what we're trying to cut and get rid of and move forward, as I've just said before, into the new energies and beginnings. And it's not easy because we get caught up in stuff sometimes, and you know, and there's a lot, I think there's a lot of cord cutting. It's not just one thing in one area, there's lots. So, you know, actually let me look in the book and see what the book says. The only thing about this book, it's annoying because it doesn't have a number on to tell you, you know, you've just got to look for the picture, which is a bit slower if you, oh, there it is. So the book says, your message. In spirituality, cords are the energetic bonds that connect us to a situation, person or place. There are different types of cords, but in this context they are connections to situations or people that can have a negative and draining aspect on us. Yeah, we can also create a negative cord when we have an expectation of the outcome of a situation, especially when it is outside of our control. So this is an important time for you to release any attachments to people, places, situation, outcomes, or anything else that could be limiting your experience of joy. Angels are wrapping you in a light of love so that you can lovingly detach from situations that could be draining, dramatic, because there's a lot of dramatics been going on, or damaging your health or purpose. Exactly, you know. Dramatics, I call that drama. Anyone who starts to try and kick up dramas in people's lives or their own is just, it's not needed. It's energy not honed in the right way, we should say. So I'm going to go, and I will see you very soon. So I hope some of you get into your art books. I know some of you have been doing. You don't need an expensive art book, papers or bits. You just need a couple of pens, especially for mandalas. You can draw around a plate or get yourself a dead cheap compass and just start doodling away. But like I said, we're going to be making a recycled art book, so I will be showing you what we're going to be using for that very soon, and hopefully I'll see you in the week. And I will be putting a shout out for anyone who wants to send their artwork to me, so I can get stuff together in the very, very, very near future and show people pictures on here, which I think will be inspiring to others. That's what we're all here for, to help inspire others, especially in the time that we're in of this transition and people losing their mindsets. Just keeping people, you know, one thing I'm proud of anything I've done in my life is actually the biggest thing that happened in the world is the thing that happened in 2020, which is still going on a bit now. But I've actually got people in a little place, in a little group, and helped them sort of just stay calm in these times a little bit, you know, and like bring something into their lives, whether that was art or something like that, hopefully art, that has helped centre themselves and ground themselves why all this is going on and still going on in these times, because no one's going to forget these times and what people were doing. Were people helping people or not? Or, you know, we I don't know, you know, were people trying to help people calm down? You know, I think you'll always remember where you were and what you were doing, who you were watching, who you were being around, what you were doing out there as well in these times. No one's going to forget, you know, in the madness times of bog rolliitis in 2020 and a little bit now. So like I said, have a great rest of your week, and remember to cut them cords, and I will see you very soon. Bye.